Callum Hudson-Odoi has joined Bayer Leverkusen on a season-long loan. The 21-year-old departs Chelsea for the 2022-23 season in order to find regular minutes and heads to Germany, which will see him play in the Bundesliga and Champions League. Hudson-Odoi's loan switch was confirmed on Tuesday afternoon, and the club have confirmed that an option to recall the England international in January is part of the deal. The Cobham graduate moves to the Bundesliga for the rest of the campaign, having been an unused substitute in our last 3 Premier League fixtures. The Blues have the option to recall Callum in January, read the official Chelsea website. He landed in Germany at the start of the week to finalise his move and undergo his medical, and he shared his ambitions for the season. Hudson-Odoi said, "Very happy to be here. Very good time, hopefully try to win a trophy here, we have a very good team. We want to get as far in the Champions League as possible and just enjoy it." Hudson-Odoi spoke to Leverkusen following his arrival and revealed Kai Havertz's influence and words ahead of his loan move. "The move to Germany is really exciting for me, and I can still play in the Champions League with Bayer 04 Leverkusen," said Hudson-Odoi. "This combination is really attractive and I'm curious about the club, the fans and the Bundesliga. Kai Havertz only told me good things about Bayer 04 in the Chelsea dressing room. He will wear the number 17 for Leverkusen, who are currently 13th in the Bundesliga, winning just one of their first 4 games of the 2022-23 league season. If he doesn't return in January, Hudson-Odoi will return to Stamford Bridge next summer, and both Thomas Tuchel and Hudson-Odoi will be hoping he has a successful stint in Germany this term to flourish and show his true quality." PSG, monitoring N'Golo Kante's contract situation at Chelsea. A recent report has claimed that Chelsea could be at risk of losing N'Golo Kante for free next summer as PSG step up their interest in him. Next summer, one of Chelsea's current legends is set to leave Stamford Bridge. N'Golo Kante, ever since joining in 2016 from Leicester, the French international has pretty much won every trophy possible with the Blues. However, his current contract at Chelsea is set to expire at the end of the 2022-23 season. Due to this, there have been a lot of rumours surrounding his future at Stamford Bridge. Now, according to The Times, Paris Saint-Germain are monitoring Kante's contract situation at Chelsea. The report goes on to say that the French club have been long-term admirers of the World Cup winner and that they even tried to sign him in 2018 before he signed a new deal with the Blues. Speaking to the press last week, via The Times, Thomas Tuchel admitted that Kante's injury record will be considered when offering him a new deal. "You cannot disregard Kante's injury record. You have to consider everything that is on the table, and on the table is his potential, on the table is his influence, and his quality. But on the table of course is his age, his salary and his injury rate, of course. Of course. From there you build a whole picture and try to find a solution." Christian Pulisic set to stay at Chelsea this season. Linked to a move away all summer, American forward Christian Pulisic will reportedly stay at Chelsea this upcoming season. With minutes proving harder and harder to come by, forward Christian Pulisic has discussed the possibility of a move away with the Chelsea hierarchy this summer. Since arriving from German side Borussia Dortmund in a £57.6 million move, the American has endured a stop-start life at Chelsea. Patches of form have been followed by brutal injury luck, and the 23-year-old has now fallen out of favour with manager Thomas Tuchel. Having only been on the pitch for 76 minutes across the Blues' first 4 domestic matches, Pulisic again voiced his desire to depart in search of consistent minutes, though he is set to be disappointed. According to Paul Tenorio, the Blues are unwilling to grant Pulisic a loan move this summer. There was interest domestically by way of Manchester United and Newcastle as well as abroad, but Chelsea wish to keep hold of him this upcoming season. The American's contract has 2 more years and he was open to extending it to facilitate a loan move, but Chelsea were not interested. Given the impending World Cup and his prominent role within the American national team, the 23-year-old is in search of consistent minutes to build up his form in preparation for this. He will now have to hope he can earn more minutes at Stamford Bridge. Fabrizio Romano suggests Chelsea's potential Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang alternative. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has been heavily linked to Chelsea over the past month, with previous reports stating that the Gabon striker is keen to reunite with Thomas Tuchel. A potential move to West London is still on the cards for the Barcelona number 17. However, talks between the two clubs have not been simple, to say the least. Due to Aubameyang's previous ties with rivals Arsenal, There was a fear that he would turn down a move, although this has now been dismissed. Personal terms would not be an issue. According to respected journalist Fabrizio Romano, an alternative to Aubameyang this transfer window could be Crystal Palace's Wilfried Zaha. Speaking about the situation, the 29-year-old said, "I have a feeling Auba could be deadline day or day before. It will not be completed today. That's the feeling between Chelsea and Barca. Zaha may be a last-minute option if they chose this type of player. He's one of many discussed internally." The Ivory Coast international has scored 3 goals in 3 games so far this season, including a tidy finish at Anfield in a 1-1 draw. Zaha has been tipped for a move to a Big Six side for numerous years now but has never seemed to have that big offer come in for him. Going forward, he will be huge for Patrick Vieira if the Eagles are to have a successful Premier League campaign. English and Scottish clubs interested in Ross Barkley. Since joining from Everton for a fee of around £15 million, it is safe to say that Ross Barkley has failed to impress at Stamford Bridge. He has struggled with injuries as well as to maintain form since making this move, failing to impress under multiple managers and constantly finding himself near the bottom of the pecking order. At a club like Chelsea, standards are sky high, and the Englishman's now confirmed exit has been on the cards for years. News broke on Monday that the 28-year-old and Chelsea have agreed to terminate his contract by mutual consent. This will allow him the opportunity to choose his next club and not be priced out of a potential move this summer. According to Ben Jacobs, Barkley might not be headed far for his new club. Jacobs claims that there is genuine interest in him from both Celtic and Rangers in the Scottish Premiership. Additionally, Jacobs mentioned that multiple other Premier League clubs also hold an interest, though he has not specified who these are. Given his age, the midfielder must choose his next club wisely in a bid to revive his career. Chelsea will not receive a fee for him but will be free of his wages, a welcome development given his lack of contribution on the pitch. Brighton keen on Chelsea outcast Billy Gilmour with loan deal possible. Brighton are hoping to snap up Billy Gilmour from Chelsea before the transfer window closes, with the midfielder seemingly out of Thomas Tuchel's plans at Stamford Bridge. The 21-year-old spent last season on loan at Norwich and has not exactly been welcomed back to Chelsea with open arms, with the Blues not giving him a squad number and not involving him in any of the first 4 games of the season. He does not seem to have much of a future at Stamford Bridge under Tuchel, and Brighton are keen to take advantage of the situation and bring in the Scot. The Athletic report that Chelsea would rather not sell Gilmour, but would be open to loaning him out to a Premier League side, which Brighton would be interested in. Rangers and Scotland legend Ali McCoist is delighted to see the youngster linked with the Seagulls, believing it would be an ideal move for him. Asked whether Brighton would suit Gilmour, McCoist said, 100%. Yes, I do. That kind of move really appeals to me for the wee man. I know he didn't hit it off at Norwich and I know a lot of their fans weren't too happy. But I don't know if Billy Gilmour suited going into a team that were fighting relegation and weren't going to have possession of the football. Brighton are a bright young team with a bright young manager, doing fantastically well. They play the game the right way, it's good to watch. I just think it would be a great fit, that move excites me. I think it would be a good move for Billy Gilmour. Brighton have started the season brilliantly, with 3 wins and a draw from their opening 4 matches, so there would be no guarantee that Gilmour would get into Graham Potter's side. Moses Caicedo and Alexis McAllister have been impressing in central midfield, but Gilmour would certainly have a better chance of playing some minutes than he currently does at Stamford Bridge.